We're talking with Frank Summa from Abington Heights, the golf team. Outstanding season this year, and Frank, a lot of success. Talk about this group of fellows that you have.
Very young group. I have 3 juniors and 3 sophomores as my starters, so the team will be around for a while. And they've been playing together, not only in the season, but during the off season as well. Starting from top to bottom, Troy Kelleher, who's probably one of the better players in the districts, followed by his cousin Connor Kelleher. Also Nick Sebastianelli, another junior. And then there's 3 sophomores, Will Brown, Dan Flickinger, and Andrew Kirtley. So that rounds off the team in itself.
Let's talk about the home course.
Glen Oak, what a course. It's an honor to be at a private course like that, to have that facility as our home course. We have one member that's there, one player that's a member there, but to have the opportunity to play on such a posh course, it's yeah, that is to our advantage.
The competition in the Lackawanna League is always outstanding. So talk about what that's like every year, and especially this year with the season that you had.
Yeah, it's always tough. The kids are incredible. You know, some of the scores that are out there, you're seeing low 70s, sometimes high 60s. But the competitive play between Paul Pack, up and coming Honesdale, and future is going to be North Pocono. It's going to be really good in the next couple of years with the younger team players coming up. But Paul Pack always gives us a run for our money, which today they did as well.
Game of golf as a coach in high school. Talk about what that's like. We talk about all the other sports and the breakdown and how coaches do it. How about for you, somewhat relaxed? I mean, obviously you're hoping kids respond to some of the positive things that you try to influence them on.
That's totally different than any other sport as a coach. You know, for the relaxed part, I'm going to have to say no. It's very stressful. It's stressful as a coach, but the players are really the ones that have to execute. You know, being in a position as a coach, you know, there's really not much that I tell the players during the course of the season. Maybe a swing adjustment here or there, but not much, because you really don't want to, because we're so compressed with our time, there's not really much we can do. They'll ask if they're having problems and we'll adjust it on the range. But like I said, for stress-wise, they go out, they really play with a free attitude, and they're not afraid. It's the coaches that are under the stress. When they have a mental breakdown, that's when we have to step in when things aren't correct.
This could be one of the most memorable seasons as far as the weather for golf. Do you remember one that's better for high school?
Incredible. It's October 2nd or 4th today, and it's 70 degrees. It's just absolutely beautiful. We have not run into bad weather all season. We didn't even have a cancellation this year.
Coach, let's talk about winning the championship and what that was like.
Yeah, you know, we were there 2 years in a row. Paul Pack, same team, same course. Different outcome, though, that happened today. Totally different outcome, and we did play well enough today that we didn't have to visit the 18th hole like we did the past 2 years and lose it on the 18th hole. This year, all the matches are basically over by the 16th hole, which was nice.
These guys, let's talk about what they're like, whether it's on the course, off the course. They're a pretty loose group, a lot of fun.
Yeah, they fall into my system as being family, tight knit, and they do everything together, which that's what they be able to gel with one another. Great student athletes, very good in school. But like I said, they hang out together, they do things together, so they stay positive. They help one another out.
Mentality of a high school golfer, you know, at some point, you know, when they're young, hey, I want to drive the ball far, but everybody always says it's the short game that matters. Talk about your influence as a coach in that respect.
Well, absolutely. You know, there's holes that I see that when they pull out a driver, it's just like I cringe. But when they're in, and I tell them, when they're in control of their driver, feel free to hit it for every hole that you possibly can. But when you're having trouble the first couple holes, don't pull it out. Go to your, you know, hybrid or a long iron, which they do. They hit incredible 3 and driving irons. It's incredible what they can do with a ball.
It's been a very successful fall sports season for Abington Heights. I could go through a bunch of sports. There's been a lot of success, but nice on your end and on the golf course.
Yeah, yes, it is. You know, we do have a terrific sports program at the school itself. For the past 3 years, we were in golf. We did win the league the past 2 years, and including this year for the 3rd year, but we never won the division championship. So that's an honor, finally, you know, breaking that and winning the division.
And beating Paul Pack?
Again, yes, we beat them this time. 2 years we didn't, but this year we did.
Well, congratulations, Frank. A great year at Abington Heights and continued success.
Thank you.
Daniel Flickinger is joining us from the Abington Heights golf team here on the John Mendola Show. And Daniel, let's talk about the season this year. A lot of success for you guys.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great wins. I've improved a lot this year. The team's improved a lot. We've made a lot of great bonds that have helped us win, and we've got a long road ahead of us for the next few years and for the next few weeks, but I'm really excited for the rest of it.
Yeah, such a young team. Talk about you guys working with each other and helping each other with each other's game. And where did you think you grew the most on the course this year?
I mean, this was my first year taking golf like seriously and passionately, and I've always been close with all these kids. I've played in a bunch of tournaments with them, but then this year we really got closer. We went to tournaments all over the state and other states together. We really made a lot of connections with the coach, with everybody. I just improved a lot with having more confidence in myself and having a longer ball than what I had hit before, and everything kind of just clicked.
Let's talk about the classroom stuff and a favorite subject or two. I mean, you're close to that 4.0, and you do a really good job. But talk about a favorite teacher or subject.
Well, my favorite teacher is Mr. Burke with Comparative World Studies, and a big thing that was imprinted on me was taking school before sports, and it's been tough taking that, but I've still succeeded, so I'm proud with that.
Life after high school, you're already thinking ahead. Talk about some of the things you're thinking.
I definitely have some schools in mind that I would like to visit, like Villanova University, Georgetown University, just schools like that where I could get into a very nice law school from there with a good degree.
And anybody in the family in law?
I have an uncle that's in law. My whole entire family is a bunch of eye doctors from Northeastern Eye Institute, so kind of sacrilegious at that point to go away from that, but I thought law was the path for me right since I was a little kid. I've always been interested with politics and that.
It's awesome at such a young age that you see that already, and you feel the passion that you have for it.
Yeah, definitely. Basketball
and volleyball. Talk about those sports.
I've played basketball ever since I was a little kid. I've done AAU, traveled everywhere for it. The length of my basketball career coming up, I don't really know because I've been taking golf to this point where it's kind of stupid to hurt myself. But volleyball is something I've really been interested in. I definitely want to take it up in the spring. Just another pastime to hang out with people, meet a lot of new friends, learn some different skills. Hand-eye coordination is obviously important with that, and maybe that could help with golf in some aspect.
You look up to a couple people. Talk about some of those role models.
Well, my main one's Alejandro Villanueva because of everything that's been going on and the respect he's taken to the game. My coach, Frank Summa, is a huge role model for me. He's imprinted a lot of great ideas about keeping confidence, staying cool. My grandfather is definitely a great role model from where he came from and how hard he's worked. He's built a great legacy for himself.
Great to hear. Sounds like you got your act together. How about, do you have a sibling?
Yeah, James. He's 13. He's going to be taking me out soon. He's really good.
Golfer?
Yeah, he's a really good golfer, yeah.
That's awesome to hear. It sounds like you're doing some great stuff, Daniel. The best of luck academically and athletically going forward.
Thank you so much.
Andrew Kirtley from the Abington Heights golf team here on the John Mendola Show. You're a sophomore. Andrew, let's talk a little bit about what a fantastic season it's been.
Oh, it's been a blast. From the moment we had tryouts, we knew that this team was something special, and we just had to prove ourselves. It was nice to win the Lackawanna League after 3 years of title drought.
And of course, beating Wallapapack felt really good. Talk about all the things that went well.
Well, me and Troy Kelleher in the last group, we had the pairings that we wanted, so we needed 3 points out of us to kind of ensure a victory, and we got those 3 points. The other groups played well. Will played really well, but Trout went off and he couldn't compete.
Let's talk about your game this year and what you saw improvement-wise.
Last year, I was the 10th man, and I was high 80s, low 90s, and this year I've kind of gotten myself to a high 70s, low 80s being a good average round. It's been a tremendous improvement.
How about the home course? Coach really likes it. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm a member at Glen Oak, so I have a little advantage when we play at home. It's a great course, really helps your wedge game because it's a little shorter. Although that proves challenging when we go to longer courses because we don't have as much time to work on irons.
You're a big soccer guy, but that's kind of gone away a little bit because you've really taken your golf game to another level. But talk about what you enjoy about the game of soccer.
Well, my dad is is a big soccer fan. He's played since he was 10, and he grew up with soccer in his house, and he raised me with soccer in mine. I played when I was 4, and I haven't stopped since.
You're involved in some clubs and organizations at school. Talk about a few of those.
I'm on the mock trial team, which is probably my A or my B game rather than golf. That's a winter thing. The team actually went to states last year. We simulate a trial, get a case file, put that together. It's fun.
And law is something you were interested in, so does that tie in with you?
I joined the team, 1, to have something to do during the winter, B, to kind of enhance my law skills, because I've always seen that as a primary career option.
Great to hear. How about doing a good job in the classroom? You like social studies. Talk about
social studies. Kind of ties into my interest in law. I don't know. I've always been a history buff. Geography is kind of my thing. Been drawing maps since a young age. It's just kind of stuck.
I'm with you on the geography, my man. Abby, let's talk about your sister. She's 12.
Yes, she's a 7th grader at Abington Heights Middle School. She plays soccer as well. Good student. English, she's very good at English. She's also a gymnast. One of the most athletic kids I've ever met.
That's awesome to hear. So quite a busy family, and athletics is important. Talk about the, as you say, the folks getting after you and making sure you're doing your things the right way.
Oh, I'm here tonight because only because I did all the homework beforehand. So
it's great to hear.
Academics is definitely the priority.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Andrew, on a great championship for you guys, and of course, best of luck here as the next couple weeks get even hotter.
Thank you.
Eric Middleton is joining us from the Abington Heights golf team here on the John Mendola Show. And Eric, a lot of success this year for you guys. I'm sure it feels tremendous to accomplish what you guys have accomplished. Talk about finishing it off in a great way.
Yeah, it definitely feels good that we could come and win this championship for our team, because the past few years, haven't been as good for us. So definitely feels really good.
Let's talk about improvements in your game that you saw this year.
Well, from last year, I barely made the team, and then this year I kind of worked my way into starting for quite a few matches, so I was really pleased with the way I was able to work my way in there.
Real youth movement here at Abington Heights, some sophomores and juniors that are very talented guys pushing each other. That's a good thing. So for years to come, it should be continued success. Talk about what you tried to do with some of the younger players to tell them things you've learned over the years.
Yeah, well, as the only senior on the team, I try to be a positive influence for everyone else and try to help out the younger kids and just keep a positive attitude towards the whole team.
How about a favorite hole there at Glen Oak? Do you have one?
Probably number 2, because I could reach it with the driver. So,
talk about some of those drives that you had this year. Any matches that you remember, really crushing one?
Yeah, a few times at Glen Oak, to get a hold of one. I like to consider myself as the farthest ball hitter on the team, so.
Great to hear. How about the clubs that you're using?
My favorite club is the driver, so that and probably my 7-iron are most consistent for me.
You're doing a real nice job in the classroom, 3.7 grade point average. Talk about math being one of your favorite subjects.
Yeah, I was never really an English person, so math, numbers just kind of fell along for me, so just an easier class.
Lacrosse getting a little bit more popular, and talk about it influencing you and how long you've been playing.
I've been playing lacrosse for about 7 years, and I've been playing through club organizations around here. So it's definitely good. We got lacrosse at Abington Heights last year, so it's definitely good to see.
Let's talk about the fun that you have with these guys on your team, and just trying to, again, have fun, but make sure you're serious when you're out there on the course.
Yeah, we like to, after a win, we like to go out to eat and just have a good time, but when it's time to come on the course, we like to try to maintain a serious attitude. That way we could be the best and perform the best that we can. Let's
talk about some of the influences in your life, your parents, Coach Summa. You got some role models that you really look up to?
Yeah, my parents, definitely. They've just been the greatest influences on me so far throughout my life, giving me everything I need to thrive and do well in this environment. Same as my coach, just being there for everything that I need. So.
Next step for you, college-wise, what are you thinking about, whether it's a major, a location, or if you're going to play sports or not?
I've been thinking about maybe playing lacrosse at maybe a D3 school. If not, maybe going to Penn State for business. So,
sounds like a pretty interesting career. and we wish you the very best, and congratulations on a great golf year.
Thank you.
Nick Sebastianelli joining us from the Abington Heights golf team here on the John Mendola Show. And Nick, a lot of success for you guys. What's it feel like to win the championship?
It feels good. You know, the past 2 years we've come so close, and you know, it finally feels good to get that win under our belt and finally get this little bit of revenge, and it's awesome. It feels awesome.
Talk about your golf game this year and all the positives that you felt, the strides that you made.
I think since last year I've got really good with my wedges. I've really been practicing a lot on those over at Scott Green's Golf Club with my swing trainer, Scotty McElharney, and I feel like that's something I've really worked hard at this offseason.
Overall, you're a busy guy, involved with a lot of activities at school and the clubs and organizations. Talk about what you do there.
I'm in the Students Against Destructive Decisions program at Abington Heights, and I'm also on the yearbook committee for a couple of years now, and you know, it's fun having a busy life, and obviously golf is my favorite of those activities.
You not only have one favorite subject, you have three, which is unusual. Talk about all those subjects you like and why you like them.
All right, so I like English because, you know, it's kind of nice to get that creative part out of me, and I'm able to talk about that in that class. And then there's accounting, which obviously I want to major in economics, and there's that. And then there's personal business finance with Miss Antonio, and that's also another one that's really fun.
Doing a great job, 3.8 grade point average there at Abington Heights. Let's talk about the future. It's your junior year, but what do you think the next step is going to be?
I definitely, like I said, want to major in economics, go to college after school, and I want to play Division I golf. That's a big goal of mine.
That is a big goal. And as far as being able to do that, talk about what you think you need to do to get to that level, whether it's a little longer off the tee, really shorten up that short game.
Yeah, I think you know, just keep practicing with my wedges is definitely a big thing, and you know, I'm going to try to get a little bit physically stronger. That I definitely think that's going to help in college golf, and you know, that short game is definitely something you got to tidy up going into college golf.
Let's talk about the role models in your life.
My Papa Joe, he taught me that the only three things you really need in life are passion, desire, and drive. So I really take that to heart when I'm playing on the golf course. And then Ricky Fowler, because I like the way he putts and he has a good short game.
It's awesome to hear. And as far as the next couple of weeks for you guys, we're hoping it'll be pretty busy. What are you looking forward to?
You know, we're just taking it one match at a time, and whatever happens is going to happen. We're looking to go as far as we can take this thing, and hopefully we end up having a couple wins. Hopefully we have a good time.
Nick Sebastianelli from the Abington Heights golf team here on the John Mendola Show. Will Brown joining us from the Abington Heights golf team here on the John Mendola Show, another underclassman. He is a sophomore. And Will, let's talk about that golf game. When did you first start playing the game of golf?
I started playing when I was like probably 10, and then I started really getting into it when I was about like 12. I started going like almost every day in the summer, and that's when I started improving.
How about the course this year? Talk about a couple holes that you felt like you did a nice job at there at home.
At Glen Oak, number 2 was probably my best hole. The past couple matches I shot under par, so and number 1 was pretty good.
How about some of the guys on the team? Again, it's very young, but who are some other golfers that you felt did a nice job, even though everybody did because you guys won the championship? But take us through a couple guys that you like what they're doing with their game.
I think Andrew Kirtley's really improved from last year, and Daniel Flickinger has too, and Troy's obviously playing pretty good.
You're the youngest in the family. You got twin sisters, an older sister.
Yeah.
So talk about your family and being you.
Well, my sisters are in college, and it's just me and my sister just living at our house, and you know.
What are they studying? And
my one sister is studying education in Philadelphia, and my other sister is in actuary in New Jersey. So, yeah.
Great to hear. Math and science, two of your favorite subjects.
Yeah.
And then you carry a 4.0. So talk about, you're just good at it?
Yeah, I just kind of try as hard as I can in school.
How about the folks? Talk about them and trying to make sure you do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, they help me a lot in golf. Me and my dad go golfing almost every day after he gets home from work. And my mom helps me with homework in school.
College engineering, something you're thinking about in a couple of years, and golf is something you'd like to do at the next level too, huh?
Of course, yeah. I want to play in college for golf.
What do you think it takes to be able to get to that level? How much work you got to put into your golf game?
A lot, obviously, but I I think if I just keep going, I'll be able to maybe get there.
Let's talk about some of the pros that you like on the golf circuit.
Jordan Spieth, obviously. He's one of my favorites. Also, Justin Thomas.
Well, it's nice having some role models out there you can look up to. And Will, we wish you the very best. Congratulations on a fantastic season.
Thanks.
Connor Kelleher joining us from the Abington Heights golf team here on the John Mendola Show. And Connor, what a successful season it's been. Let's talk about that golf game of yours. Take us through the season for you and how you felt you improved.
Yeah, I think it was a great start to the season just for a team winning the Jackman. I've definitely tried to work over the course of the season just to improve, everything in my game, off the tee and putting, stuff like that. But I think team success, obviously, we beat Paul Pack today, so that was huge, especially losing the past 2 years. It was just exciting, and I think, we have a lot of potential next year too because everybody's returning.
Being able to golf well at your home course is important. Mm-hmm. Being able to golf at the away course is even bigger. So talk about some of the things, whether it's the Jackman or other courses that you played this year, and being able to adapt.
Yeah, well, most of the courses around here I've played, many times. I've been playing golf for a bunch of years now. So places like the Muni I've played, we have tryouts there, and we play there constantly over the summer. So most of the courses around here I'm very familiar with, so it's not much of a change.
Basketball, something else you do? How much do you enjoy that?
I definitely love basketball. I don't know if I'm playing for the school team this year, but it's something that I enjoy watching, and I like playing it.
How about this group of guys and being able to, help influence them and just being around each other to help each other with your golf game?
I think we're all definitely pretty close, and there's a lot of competition amongst us, just to better each other almost. Just because I think between our top 6 guys, it's pretty close all the time. So we all work and strive to be better than one another, which just makes our team in general better. But it's definitely a lot of fun.
Oldest out of your 2 brothers, talk about them. What do they do? And as far as sports-wise, they golfers as well?
They like to golf, but they don't play it on the school. Well, my brother is only in 8th grade, and he plays football and basketball. So I don't know if he's playing golf in high school just because it's the same season as football, but he definitely likes to golf. And my youngest one, Cade, he loves golfing too, but he's pretty young, so I don't know what he's doing yet. He plays a little bit of basketball, football, and golf, so we'll have to see.
How about math? Something you enjoy in school?
Yeah, I definitely think it's an easier subject for me just because I pick stuff up pretty easily.
3.8 grade point average, and of course you're thinking college and maybe some golf at that next level. So talk about you have a school you're interested, or some schools, or just we'll see what happens.
I haven't looked into any colleges specifically yet, but I was thinking maybe Penn State, Pitt, or Westchester. I just think Westchester is a pretty good school. It's somewhat easy to get into, and they do have a pretty decent golf team. So I think that definitely might be an option. Penn State's golf team is probably a little harder to play on, but it's also a great school, and Pitt's in a great part of town. So I think that would be great school to go to also.
Funny you say Westchester easy to get into. I recently heard, now whether this is true or not, 1100 on the SAT to get into Westchester now. So,
yeah,
that's up there. But hey, I'm sure you probably got that down too. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your parents.
My parents are great. They're really supportive. My dad always helps me with golf just because he knows so much about it. And my mom, even though she doesn't know much about golf, she's constantly at all the matches, and she was there today, always supporting me, and they definitely help me with school, and they're the same way with my younger brothers, so it's great.
Clubs, organizations, you're a busy fellow. Talk about being involved and being so well-rounded.
Yeah, well, I'm in the SAD, which is Students Against Destructive Decisions at Abington. I've been doing that 2nd year now, and then I'm also on the transition team, which is just something that the school does to help upcoming freshmen. So that's another thing, just extra stuff to do in my free time. Give me something to do.
Well, Connor, we wish you the best of luck on the golf course and, of course, academically as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Troy Kelleher joining us from the Abington Heights golf team here. And congratulations. You guys are champions, and
yes,
everybody feels really good. I don't know if you want to say the word relief, but what a great accomplishment. You guys have had a lot of success, but talk about this season being a little more special than the last.
We came into this season, we lost the league championship 2 years in a row. So we knew we had to, third time's the charm, I guess. We knew we had to win out, and we would like to win the league, and we did. But yeah, it was definitely satisfying winning the league, and we want to definitely go further now, I guess.
Talk about playing with your cousin, what the experience has been like.
It's nice because we both know our strengths and weaknesses, and we definitely grind off each other, I guess, and make each other better. And it's just nice having someone like that on the team.
Basketball is something you do as well. Talk about what you like about that sport.
It's just nice. It's definitely a nice second sport to have. It's a lot different than golf, and different seasons. So
going out with your friends and hanging with these guys. Talk about the bonding that you guys do, whether it's on the golf course or outside of that.
Well, every time we win a match, we like to go out to eat, and that just definitely like helps the team bonding, I guess, and we all get to know each other a little better, especially for the new guys on the team. Yeah, it definitely helps a lot.
Let's talk about math at school. Why you do well there, and your favorite teacher or favorite type of math that you've taken.
Math's definitely like my favorite subject. I've had a lot of good teachers in math, and it's just appealing to me, I guess, more than like reading or writing, I guess.
Do very well in the classroom with a 3.8 grade point average. Let's
Thank
talk
you.
about college life, and again, it's your junior year, so you got some time to think. Have you kind of thought about a major yet?
I'm still thinking about a major. I'd like to play golf in college somewhere, but I know I have some time to decide.
A lot of these guys. I mean, seems like it's a passion. Hard to believe, but all these guys like want to play college golf. And
yeah, that's the goal. We want to definitely get through high school and move on to college, and we know that high school is going to help us play college golf, especially on a team like this.
A very talented team, that's for sure. Let's talk about your folks and how they influence you, whether it's academically, athletically.
Well, my mom definitely helps me with my academics a lot, and my dad's more of the golf guy, I guess. But yeah, they're both great and definitely help me excel through academics and athletics.
How about some of the courses that you've played and some of the favorite holes maybe you have, if you could think of a couple?
Well, our home course, Glen Oak, I like the first hole there because it's a short par 5, and you definitely get to start off with a jump, I guess, if you can get there in 2 and make birdie. Other courses I like Woodlock Springs, Wallen Pawpack's course. Definitely fits my game well. And Lord's Valley of Delaware Valley, that's a nice course too.
It's nice being able to hit some of these courses as a young guy and know that
Yes.
the game of golf will be there forever, and you'll be able to hit some of those courses as you get older. Being a student at Abington Heights, you're involved with a few organizations. Talk about what you do other than academics and athletics and trying to be well-rounded.
All right, yeah. This is my second year on the transition team and first year in SAD. And the transition team kind of just helps like incoming freshmen move into the high school and kind of feel comfortable. And SAD is Students Against Destructive Decisions, and that's just nice to have on the resume because it kind of shows that you're like above all the things that go on in high school. And I guess you're a leader.
Well, continue your leadership, Troy, on the golf course, in the classroom, and the organizations you're with. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.